What the is going on?
I like to party.
Jesus, honey, wax much?
This is Unwaxed
Get in, loser, we're going shopping.
with Sophia and Sistine Stallone.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Can this wait till after the podcast?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, great. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the
Unwaxed podcast with your favorite sisters,
Sistine,
Sophia.
and Chris is back. Yes!
Hey,
Chris, we missed you so much.
missed you guys too.
Why don't you tell the listeners where the hell were you?
I was in Puerto Rico getting very drunk for 4 days. I am now on a sober month, by the way.
You are.
Yeah, not to be annoying about it. That will be the last time I speak about it. But I also got COVID directly afterwards, so I was dead.
Oh, that's why you were gone. Because I remember
Yeah.
not accidentally. I was harassing him about like timings and
Yes.
stuff. And he goes, I'm on the beach drinking, basically.
Yes.
Wait, did you get it in? Where were you?
I don't
again?
know.
Sorry?
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Did you like
sucks.
Puerto Rico?
It was good. It was a great time.
What was the food like?
I didn't eat much of it, to be honest. That was part of the problem.
Because you drank so much?
Yes, I was just
Good
drinking all
for
day,
you.
every day.
What was your
hard.
drink of choice on the beach?
Rum.
Rum, like pineapple something?
Honestly, rum and Coke.
Oh my God.
I was having
sounds
like a
horrible.
college rendezvous, yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're in a tropical location on a beach, you're going to have a pina colada and a coconut.
I had some of that too. The rum was just very good. And
Rum is like the thing. You drink.
That's a
in
guy's
Puerto Rico,
drink.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you go alone?
No, that was the other part
Oh.
of the problem.
How many people were there? Like a big group?
It was like over 10 college,
that's a
like
fun
dudes that I knew
trip.
from
That's
college, yeah.
So fun.
It was
You know
very
what?
reckless.
Sometimes you just need those weekends, although you got COVID, which is awful. But it's just, it gets you out of this. And I will, like,
You
I mean,
need
I just
to.
came back from a wedding weekend, so I completely get it. Like, having that moment just to get out of the city
Yes.
and reset, and you go, okay, life is actually very fun. You know,
I know.
It's like you forget for a second when you're here, you're kind of going through the motions of life. And then once you go out of your comfort zone or out of this country, state, your house,
You kind of need to.
yeah, it just kind of
Re-socialize yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It was really weird, though, not having Chris in the studio because I felt like we were on a break. And I didn't know the relationship rules of the break. I was like, wait, are we allowed to text him and call him? And then you'd be like, no, I'm on vacation. I can't help you. I'm
That's-
like,
that was
I feel
one
like,
time.
I felt like we were breaking up.
but he helped
one
me.
time.
though.
I know, but I was like, I don't want to disturb him. But I was like, how's it going? I just didn't understand. But I'm very happy we're all back together again.
Yeah,
It's a nice little throuple.
We'll celebrate for 2 reasons. Chris is back and Sistine's birthday. Woo!
Happy
She's
birthday.
26.
Thank
Baby.
you.
I literally told her in the
Thank
car
you.
ride here, by the time this episode comes out, her birthday has already happened. And I told her not to leave her room on her birthday morning because I'm going to go in the kitchen and
Decorate.
decorate. Yes. And I said, I'll leave your coffee out front in front of your door.
I'm actually really excited about this birthday. I hate my birthday normally, and I know I talked about this on a few episodes
Yeah.
ago, but I feel really happy this time.
Really? Interesting. That's a first.
Well, so depressing and sad and weird. I always told myself the next birthday, I'm like, okay, this birthday, I'm going to have so many friends and then have a huge dinner party with all of my friends. And then my birthday rolls around and either people are out of town or I don't have
Yeah.
any friends. And so I'm always like, oh, I'm a little sad.
Right.
Like I celebrated with just you and your
Yeah.
friend last year and the year before that and the year before that. But this year I have a really great girls' dinner.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
It's like an actual table filled with people
It's
that
a
love you.
It's a table
It's a
filled
full
with
table.
8 people. Granted, 2 are my siblings and 1 is her boyfriend, but the rest, friends.
So it's friends. All the rest
I'm
are
so
friends.
excited.
No, and I'm your friend, and it's gonna be so much fun. It's hard to get people together during the summer, but thankfully everyone's ready for you, and it's gonna be such a good time.
I want to live it up on my 26th year because I feel like 26 and 25 are the last years where you can kind of act like a hooligan. Like 27 is, all right, you got to level up a little bit as an adult. Like I can still be a little silly,
What are you
goofy.
talking about? I was an absolute chaos of a person. I'm gonna be 28 this year.
You're not chaotic as a person. You're so...
And this weekend, I was definitely not being the most mature. I gotta be an adult situation.
Wait, should...
No, keep going with your birthday. I want to hear like what your goal is for this year. Because Sistine, the couple episodes ago, she said that she treats her birthday like it's a New Year's resolution.
Yes.
So what's your resolution for this year?
Main resolution is the amount of time that I spend talking about dating and men. I want to put that equal amount of time into dating for friendships.
Yeah.
Because, like we said on the last episode, you need your girl group,
You gotta
right?
do it.
But I also read a horoscope that someone said on the internet, could be legitimate, that this year I'm going to be in a long-term relationship and, quote, I will be feeling sexy and in charge. So I'm very excited about that.
Huge. Congratulations.
Thank you. You should be
I feel
more
like-
excited.
Well, I feel like you're always like sexy and in charge. You're constantly bossing me around and you're always fully dressed.
You
So,
are the bossiest person ever.
Yeah, but you're way more bossy. And you know what it is Sistine does? Sistine knows I am bossy. I'm very picky about what I like and don't like. But you always think you're right. You're like,
Yeah, but it's your way or no way. So if I have a critique on, we should edit it like this, we should title it like that. No, we're doing it like this.
Sistine,
no debate.
I'm
no
sorry,
question.
you wanted to caption
You
last
can't yell at
week,
me. It's my
booty shorts.
birthday. It's my birthday. You can't yell at me. I'm gonna milk this.
I
so
hate this is the
hard.
one thing that you can't do on someone's birthday is be mean to them or just even like criticize them. So if there's anything I want to do during that day or like say,
Oh
and
no,
yeah.
you're going to be my minion for the
I've
full
been
day.
I've been your minion for the last like week and a half
Did
working
you
on
just
this
check an imaginary watch?
my smiley face bracelet. Yeah, basically.
Is that the one your ex gave you?
Yo.
Actually, it is. It is the
Wait,
one
let's
they
talk
gave
about
me.
that.
Thank you, X.
And I want Chris's opinion on this. Do you think it's weird if you keep / still wear gifts from your ex?
No, because I only pick people that have good taste, so I want to keep
Oh.
rocking their stuff. Yeah.
Wait, let's rewind. You said you only date people that have good taste.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair enough.
No, I agree. But he got it for me. It's mine.
I mean, that is a good one. I
Yeah,
gave
this
all
is-
mine away.
But it was funny is that I remember with this bracelet specifically, I know Sistine, he always used to ask Sistine for gift advice when it was my birthday.
Oh my
right?
God. I am
And so
literally Santa when it comes to all your boyfriends.
I remember before he even asked, I said to Sistine, hey, Sistine, I really want this bracelet. Tell him to get me this if he's going to ask you. And so he did. I was like, no, how did you know?
Well, that's what we're going to do for your engagement ring, too. Well,
Yeah.
first we need to find the
First, we
man.
need to find my husband. But like, first find me a boyfriend or find me a date, then the boyfriend, and
When
then
was
we'll
the
live
last
together.
time you went on a date? It's been a long winter.
Actually, it has not been that long ago.
Oh,
Yeah, but that was like a legit like a
you got it, girl.
like a legitimate date. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's been in a hot second. Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? You went on one last week,
Yeah.
and it was a good one. It was a success.
I
At
don't
least
know.
it was
I'm
good.
just like, I'm happy being alone right now.
You are so
listen,
contradictory.
That's not what I
Sistine,
mean.
You literally just said you want a boyfriend, but now you're like, I like the singleness. Like, what are you saying?
Okay,
Either you want to be in a relationship.
Tell me if you
or-
think this is weird. I want a boyfriend, but I don't feel like dating. Does that make sense?
Yes.
No, it doesn't make sense.
Listen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I said, yeah, I was like, yes, absolutely.
Yes. Okay, listen. Like, I want to be in a relationship. Snap my finger right now. He's
Yeah.
next to me. But I don't feel like, nor do I want to spend the energy dating, texting,
So-
playing it cool, looking perfect. Because that's like 3 months of just consistent
Yeah.
trying to make someone
Because,
like you.
You know,
It's exhausting.
like I'm kind of in some type of phase where I'm like getting to know someone, and it's fun to relearn someone and get to know
but
someone
also
new.
it's not.
But it's really exhausting.
It's a
You go on
lot.
so many dates, and then you have to decide when you can, take the next step. And
okay,
then
maybe this is only for us and Chris can't
so
understand.
pessimistic.
Because do you know how long it takes us to get ready for a date?
Jesus, oh,
Probably a while, yeah.
A very long time. It's exhausting.
yeah.
So I'm just like,
It's a lot of effort for us to get ready
Yeah.
for a date. I mean, the tanning, the hair, the makeup, the outfit, the preparing our bodies to to get ready for the date.
my God.
Getting healthy.
speaking of
I don't know why. We
preparing-
actually get healthy before dates. We're
Yeah.
like, let's get into shape. I'm like, we have 2
Wait,
days.
wait, speaking of preparing your body, that sounds so weird. I went to a Korean body scrub in New York the other day.
I'm so jealous.
And this is the craziest experience that I've ever had
you
with
have
a
to
Korean body
explain
scrub.
what a Korean body scrub is to people that don't know.
We used to go to them often in LA, and typically they're women only. You get ass naked, and
You're laying on. Well, let me just preface this. Sistine and I used to go to one that was deep in some sort of weird area, and you go into a room, and all these 50 women are just nude,
Ass naked.
and there's all of these tables just lined up with all
Oh,
these
so it's
women.
one big room of
One
just
big
naked women.
room.
Okay.
Yeah.
All these ladies are just getting scrubbed. Their legs
Yeah.
are up, their arms
No,
are up.
your body is doing shapes and pretzels that you didn't even know you could
And
do.
they're scrubbing your skin clean to make you as smooth as a baby's butt.
every crevice, every crack of your body.
You feel
is
like a new
touched.
human, but you're definitely not. You're definitely you're
like,
not shy there. You
Like,
can't
buy
be
me
shy.
a drink first,
Yeah,
at least.
really.
Okay, so I go to this Korean body scrub place, and I find that the higher end ones that charge like $400, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You don't really get what you're paying for.
No.
Like, it's too
It's too.
fluff,
I know.
nice,
I actually know what you're saying.
chill.
You got to go to the ones with the ladies that really know what's going on.
So
yeah.
I was like, I want to go to a hole in the wall, dingy Korean body scrub place because I know they'll do me right there. Okay, so I go.
That's a little bit risky though, since you don't know the
I
place
did
very well.
contract a suspicious rash on my stomach. Now, it could be a coincidence,
No, I don't think so.
but the scrub, I'm still giving it a 10 out of 10. I
Really?
don't care. Oh, yeah, don't care. So I go into this Korean place, and typically they give you like disposable underwear.
Yeah.
My lady was like, no. I was like, all right, say less. So they put me on this bed, and it literally looks like a dentist office chair with stark hospital lighting, bright,
Yeah,
not
they
relaxing.
don't make it by. There's no mood
mood
lighting. But
nothing.
You have to realize you're under a microscope.
No,
and, like
it's-
these type of like it's
So
so,
imagine
humbling.
it's like a surgery table, and you're lying face up, ass naked, bright lights, and then this woman starts getting these huge buckets of water and just dumping them on me, dumping them. I felt like I was in the fucking Titanic. Like, I was literally drowning with how much water, and she starts going ham, scrubbing. And when I tell you, I could have made a second Sistine with the amount of dead skin that came off of me.
No way.
You will be, no, don't give me that face.
Ugh.
You go to a scrub.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
they
curious
don't. They
how
don't
you
allow
would-
our kind there.
My story continues. I'm glad you brought that up, Chris. So, this place wasn't one big room. They had these almost shower curtain-like things hanging from the ceiling, dividing the beds.
Yeah.
But you could still see the feet of the other people. Like, it wasn't that divided. And so I'm lying there. Now I'm ass up. It's great. I'm having a ball. And all of a sudden, I hear a male's voice. And I was like, that's weird. Typically women only, and women only scrubbers. Oh, no. It was co-ed. It was co-ed. And what really freaked me out was at the very end, this was my favorite part because it was so funny, and I just kept saying, I wish Sophia could see me right now. I'm standing there totally naked, and she has this hose, literal hose, right? And I'm backed up against the curtain. And then I feel the pressure of him backed up against the curtain. And we're both being hosed, and she's like, squat, turn, this. So I felt like a dog getting a bath, and there's a naked man inches from me. And I was like, oh.
She just is getting a hose and going like this
Yes.
to you.
And then she's like, turn around, this, like, bend over. Like, and there's a guy getting the
No.
same instructions an inch away from me. And I was like, holy shit, it's co-ed.
Did he feel fit?
Did I feel fit?
did
Yeah.
Did
Oh,
he,
him.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, did he feel hot?
No, he had ugly feet. So I'm not even gonna go there. Not even gonna go there.
Dude,
I know.
That's pretty. I don't know if I could do that. I was,
Chris, we'll all go. It'll be an unwaxed bonding
oh my God.
experience.
Let's do it.
all of us
Because
go.
I want you to see how much dead skin comes off of you. It's disgusting.
Do you think I got more dead skin than you?
Oh, 100%.
No. I had like 13 layers of old fake tan on me.
Oh,
Like that's
see?
I don't even
You
want to
know what I mean?
know.
See?
I don't even want to know what would come
But
off
I'm
my
not kidding
skin
you. My
right now.
skin is like
I can
felt
see
like
it.
a
You're
wa-
actually glowing.
I'm not even wearing lotion. I feel like a wet dolphin.
When did you do this?
Like 4 days ago, 5 days
I
ago.
gotta do this.
I know. When
I'm
you're
a-
getting drunk at a wedding, I was getting Korean scrubbed.
I got 3 days in a row.
Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, you guys. Okay. So, Sophia had a lot of fun at this wedding. So my 2 close friends got married this weekend, and it was so fun because it was one of those weddings. Like, I've been to a few, but it was all of our college friends together, and it's really rare that the entire wedding party loved each other. Like, everyone collectively wanted to have the best time, and so it was just one of those weekends where it just everything worked, and I'm
Yeah.
so happy for the bride and groom because of course it's such a stressful time. Like, I really got to see, I think I was a bridesmaid at another wedding, and that bride was a little bit more lenient about rules and timing. Like, she was kind of more like quick, and it was, I don't know, I think her involvement wasn't as significant as her mom was. And then this wedding, the bride like pretty much did everything. And so she was obviously a little bit more stressed about details and timing and things like that, but wasn't being hard on us or anything. She was very, very cool with us. But well, for one thing I'll say is that planning a whole wedding weekend and the details and the amount of people that are on you is so overwhelming. And I totally...
You mean for the bride?
Yeah, I like really got to see what it takes because you kind of talk about it and you hear about it, but it really, like the day of, I was nervous
Well, I
for
feel
her.
like that's why you have really good bridesmaids that kind of facilitate, organize, take a lot of the pressure off.
She had a bigger bridal party. There was I think there was like 11 of us, 10 of us, which is a lot more than people usually do. But every single girl there, like no matter what, was going to be on it to help her, like be there on time.
Fuck.
And
I'm sorry, I'm wearing my shirt inside out.
Sistine, does it really matter right now?
No, it's fully inside out. I'm so upset.
Sistine, who cares?
Okay.
Seriously?
Okay, go on.
And then and it was in San Diego, so I flew all the way there, and I didn't mind. And I got there in the morning, and it was so nice. Got my own little room. And it was so great, like dressing up for all the days.
Well, also,
I drank until like 3 a.m. with everybody.
The
and it was
entire
just like,
bridal party, first of all, you looked stunning.
Thank you.
But the entire bridal party was gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Like,
yeah.
I have to say,
The bride
having
and
like
the bridal
hot
party.
bridesmaids just makes the photos so
and
much better.
Every single person was
gorgeous.
Beautiful. It was absolutely
like a model.
insane. Yeah, it was absolutely, like I just posted it on my Instagram and you could just see like everyone is glowing. And the bride was like, looked like a little angel. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And then he looked so handsome too. And it was just so good. And there was so much love there. I just had a lot of fun. Like I definitely let the reins loose a little bit there.
I know you had a lot of fun because you texted me at 4:30 in the morning being like, hey, I did this. LOL. Good night. Like, okay.
And it was like, but I was also so insane to the point where even though I was drinking, I like still went to the gym, still went for walks, still like tried to be so active for some reason.
But you're probably running on adrenaline at that point.
I was definitely running on adrenaline. I was just nonstop.
Because
like,
when you're
trying to keep
so
the energy up.
tired, you get energized randomly.
But I will say one thing that I was so nervous about the wedding was that the bride wanted to dance. She wanted all the bridesmaids to surprise the groom.
Oh, I want to see the
with
video.
A dance. I think I can find it for you. And we learned it a little bit at the bachelorette party. And so we were supposed to kind of practice a little bit before the wedding, before we actually showing up to the actual wedding, and I hadn't. So basically, I relearned the dance the day before the wedding, and that got me so anxious. And then when they called us to like walk up and you kind of have your timing of it, I watched the video. I clearly was like probably bottom of the barrel of the worst dancers.
Well, thank God you stuck in the very back row.
I knew my talents.
Also,
my
like,
talents are not rehearsed dances. But
having a bunch of women that aren't professional dancers, I get if you're a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader getting married and then they do the dance for their husband, fine. But just having like girls that have no dance background trying to look good.
But it was
that's
crazy.
a tough
But it was
thing to ask
crazy
for.
because it was and it worked. It was crazy because everyone
It
actually
worked? Like, did it feel better than it looked?
I know this. I watched the video. It looks amazing. Like all the girls were so on point. It was so fun, and the whole audience was into it. I just like would zoom it onto me, and my arms are just like flailing, and I am so offbeat. I remember I forgot a step. I'm like, I'm so glad that I was not near the bride or in the front because I'm glad it looked cohesive, and then I was just kind of like being the awkward one in the back.
How long was the dance?
I don't know if it was like a minute and a half.
That's
maybe.
a long dance.
Maybe I'm totally guessing. Maybe it's a minute. In my head, it felt like a lot longer, but it was just so good. I don't know if I could do it for my own wedding, but I'm so glad she did because now I got that experience. But I'm a better dancer when I've had a few drinks, and I just did not want to drink too much before this dance. I want to like focus.
How many drinks do you think you had in total for the entire weekend?
Jeez, are you kidding? Like, is that including shots?
Yes.
A lot. Like, I don't know.
Ballpark. Chris, you too. How many drinks do you think you had in
worse.
Puerto Rico?
I really cannot answer.
Ballpark.
Okay, maybe, I feel like the first night I probably had, I had like 5 drinks and like 4 shots.
The first night? You?
For like 4 drinks and 4 shots.
So you're hammered after 3 cocktails.
Oh, I know. 4 or 5 drinks and 4 shots.
Makes a lot of sense.
Actually, you know what? The first night was probably my worst night of hangover.
Okay, so try to calculate.
And so the
entire
second night,
weekend.
I actually was a little bit more behaved. I had probably 2 cocktails. And then the third night, I don't remember, to be honest, not because I was like blacked out or anything, but I would keep like, I would get a drink and then I'd put it down and then I would lose it because someone picked it up. And so I ordered another drink and I put it down.
So just
And
keeps
then it's
getting
just
refilled.
It just was like, I'm not sure what the number was, but it was awesome. I had the best time.
What
And
about you, Chris?
yeah.
What do
Like
you think?
60 to 70 if I had to guess over
God,
a 4-day
that's
period.
not my level.
Yeah.
No
it was
wonder
bad.
you're detoxing.
Yeah, correct.
No. That was definitely not my number.
It includes like beers and stuff that like
See, like
count
I
less,
had
but
more like, I didn't have any beers. I was having straight tequila.
I
the
had
whole
a
weekend.
beer this weekend.
Oh, gross. Wait, can I talk about the flight home though?
Yes.
This is bad. Okay. I had the flight from hell, and I'm not even exaggerating. It was truly the flight from hell. So
Before you start, what airline? Let's air them out.
Delta,
Which
I like Delta.
Listen in.
by the
Same.
way. I'm like a Delta girl. I'm a JetBlue girl, but I'm also a Delta girl a little bit more. I like their lounges. But
the food is better on the plane.
it is better on the
Yeah.
plane, and I think the planes are a little bit better. But Delta did me dirty this weekend. So think about this. I've been out on this wedding weekend having the best time for the last 3 days. I have run on probably 3 hours of sleep every single night, right? I'm half a human being on Sunday.
Yeah.
So my girlfriend and I drive to the San Diego airport, and we're supposed to go land in JFK. We leave around 1, and we're supposed to land at 10. For one thing, the flight was delayed an hour, so we don't get in the plane until 2. So we're waiting there for an hour at the airport.
Strike one.
So we're up in the air, and we're flying, and it's been 5 hours, and suddenly I'm looking at the time, and I realize it just went up an hour. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. And the hour goes by. Suddenly, another hour goes up. Another hour goes up. Now it's been like 8 hours
No, I think-
in the plane.
I think I'd
And
be
so
tripping out at that point.
I was freaking out. I was like, what is going on here? And then the guys next to me, I look on my, if you guys want a really good app for flights, check
God.
out Flighty.
Who's
check
an
it
app for their flights?
I love it. It basically shows you every single flight, like before, like if there's a delay before the delay actually tells you on your
Okay, fair
email.
enough.
Like it's great. But it shows you your flight track. And my plane was literally just going in circles for hours. Hours.
So
So
I would
I'm
have jumped out.
and I was thinking, what is going on? So basically, I asked the stewardess, I'm like, hey, can the pilot make an announcement right now? Like, you have to, and people are starting to say the same thing. She goes, yeah, he just doesn't really know what's going on because no one's allowed in JFK. We're not allowed to land.
That's really annoying because if you're delayed for hours in the air and they don't give you an explanation, that's wrong.
I think so too, right? So finally, the captain goes, hey, so bad weather in New York, so we can't land in JFK. We're going to figure something out. Another 30 minutes later goes by and he goes, by the way, we also checked. There's no weather issues in New York. Like, there's no wind issues. There's nothing going on. And it seemed off. Like, everyone was a little confused, right? Then he goes on the speaker and goes, actually, we need to land in Durham because now we're running out of fuel.
Now, what
And
time of night is this
This
now?
is now at almost 1 a.m. I'm supposed to
Girl.
land at 10. Now it's friggin' 1 a.m. And so my girlfriend and I are texting each other going, are we in a loony house? Like, what is that show?
Is it Manifest?
No, you know,
Is
is
it-
it when that plane and disappears?
Lost.
It's like what?
Lost.
No. Manifest.
Maybe it's lost, but it's that show where the plane goes into some wormhole and it basically disappears, and it's like time passes and passes, and all these people have
It's called Manifest.
yeah, it's like time
I'll take
passes.
mine.
All these people have relationships, and when they land, like everyone's like,
It just goes
it's been
missing.
an hour.
Yeah.
So we land in Durham. They refuel, and they go, oh, actually, we're allowed to go back in JFK. 40 minutes goes by for refueling. We take off.
Miss Girl.
We land in JFK. Now it's 2:30 in the morning. And because none of the gates are open, they have to drag our plane with some machine to a gate. And so that takes another couple minutes. And then we were clearly not the only flight that was delayed. Now it's like 3 a.m. And there's 7 flights ahead of us that were also delayed, grabbing their bags. So I did not get home until 4 a.m. on Monday morning. I left at 1 p.m. in San Diego, got home in bed by 4:30. I will never complain about flights ever again. Is there a reason why you're very silent and typing on your computer like this is a boring story?
No, because I just thought about something.
What?
I was just trying to think of scenarios of like why it could have been delayed or what it was. You never found out, did you?
They just said weather, and I clearly think it was some sort of Delta JFK issue.
Okay, stick with me. What if the plane, and this sounds stupid, was haunted? I don't laugh. Because I read something
Haunted.
the other day. Do you know how many dead bodies are on everyday commercial flights with the luggage and we don't even know? Because think about it. Someone dies in a certain state, but they want to be buried in their
You're
hometown.
telling me that someone died on the plane?
No, I'm saying they're
We-
already dead. Like, do you know how many people?
But why would they keep the dead body in the air for a lot longer? That makes no sense. Like, why would they want to like keep a dead body just circling?
Well, maybe it was an evil spirit. I don't know.
I don't understand.
I want to
this.
figure out how many. Can you believe that? That we're literally
Yeah.
feet away from dead bodies.
No, it's pretty surreal. But I'm assuming that that's probably not the case. But it was a really, I don't know. I'm just saying I hate flying. Not that I'm scared of it, but I just hate the airport. I hate the people at the airport. I don't like the smells at the
It's
airport.
disgusting.
And also the worst part about this flight though was that clearly everyone's been in this plane for well over the amount of hours we should have been there. So you started to smell like BO, bad breath, like, and it also, this is the worst part. We ran out of waters.
Oh.
We ran out of snacks.
Oh,
And we, like, it's like
Not
people
the
were
snacks.
Not the snacks. I was asking, I was like, can I have another bag of pretzels? She's like, we're out. I'm like,
bitch.
I just want
Strike
I just want
17.
some dinner. And
The
water.
whole process is disgusting.
It's just sitting in a
TSA
flying tube
By the
for
way,
6 hours
when
is
you're going
my
through
nightmare.
like TSA and security check, and you are untying your shoes as fast as humanly possible, you're taking out your computer, grabbing a new bin, and they're screaming their heads off at
Yeah.
you. Why?
I get so
Why?
anxious going through TSA.
Also, why, when I go through the metal detector and I look at the screen, it says clear, good to go, I still get a random pat down every time?
Because I think you're cute.
Girl,
You always have a kind of cute outfit on.
me,
I definitely don't get pat down. You're like, thanks.
I'd pat you down.
No thanks. I'm good. But
You're
yeah,
always
it was
denying my
a really
efforts.
bad flight and it was a bad experience. But it's okay. It was the best weekend. So it was worth it. The flight was worth it. If I had to experience that weekend again,
Well, while
take
you
it.
were there, I was in Atlanta, Georgia.
she was visiting the parents.
Atlanta, Georgia. I got to visit, I didn't get to, I was almost told to spend some quality time with my parents, which now looking back, I'm very happy that I did.
Thank you.
I had a really
I
good weekend with
told
them.
you. Ugh.
Well, because you and Scarlett always have one-on-one time with them, at least more than me.
Well, yeah, because I put in the effort to go fly out to see them to do that.
But I have a life, Sophia. So, no, I'm just kidding. But I needed to because I was like, you know
Yeah.
what? My ranking of being the best child is dropping quickly.
Yeah.
So I went to Atlanta. Sly was shooting Tulsa King 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very upset because his really cute co-star was
wasn't
not
there.
working.
No.
Which is literally half the reason why I
We
went.
can totally, Garrett Hedlund, he's so cute.
Yeah.
God, he's adorable.
so
I don't care if he hears this.
He's so
You're
cute.
so
I don't care
so
either.
Attractive.
I know. Anyway.
Okay. Carry on.
So I was with them on set, and then Scarlett came for a few days to film her scene, which, by the way, I was getting ready to completely roast her, being like, she sucks at acting, blah, just like a sister comment
Yeah.
would be. She actually was quite good.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit like, oh,
like pleasantly surprised.
pleasantly surprised.
Well, I feel like it's because I don't think I ever really see Scarlett practicing or like rehearsing or anything.
yeah,
so
she
I just
says
don't-
that she does, but we're like,
yeah, so
but
I'm
where?
like, when?
Who?
Who?
Where?
With who? Where?
When? Why?
How?
I don't have any more.
Yeah, no, I don't have any more.
But Atlanta was. My routine was I wake up every day with mom really early, walk the dogs, pick up dog shit, look down the street. There'd be random women, perhaps ladies of the night.
Did you see the guy with
Twerking.
the machete?
Guy with a machete.
Mom always takes the dogs for a walk.
Oh, I
and sees
didn't see the
in
guy with the machete. But yeah, no, I just don't. I don't know. And then Sly kept forcing me to read this book, which I did. Let me get the name for it.
I guarantee it's a serial killer book.
He was so obsessed with me reading this book, so he ended up buying it for me. It's called Pleasures of the Torture Chamber.
I knew it. I knew
Perfect
it.
gift for
I
your
knew it.
daughter.
I know.
Pleasures of the Torture Chamber, and it's all different archaic medieval methods of torturing men and women, but mostly men.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can I hear your favorite one?
Yes. So this one I thought was super creative, simple, but like gets the job done. So they would have these men sit like as if you're sitting on a horse on this pointy stone that is shaped like a pyramid. So it's like your
You're sitting-
groin is right there on the point. And okay, yeah, it's uncomfortable. It doesn't feel good. But every hour, they would add stones to their hands to hold. Eventually, it would get so heavy that the man would just split down the middle through his groin.
Oh.
Why do you like that one the most?
Well, I think it's actually pretty.
know.
I mean, it's horrible. But it's
I mean,
pretty.
the most-
I
I
would
don't
never
know.
thought about that. That's like that someone had to really, like who you know what
No,
I think
here's
about?
another crazy
Who thinks
one.
of torture? No, but yes, Sistine obviously thinks about all the ways. But I'm saying who thinks of back in the day is sitting there goes, you know, a way that I think we should torture people is tying each arm to a horse and like letting it
That
rip.
one's wild.
But that's what I'm saying. Like who thinks of
Or
that?
this one, when they put, because bamboo grows extremely fast.
Oh, yeah.
As torture, they would put bamboo seeds under fingernails. And like crevices in eyes and things that it would just, I mean, anyway.
I'm trying to think of another one.
You know, I always used to tell men on dates that I'm really into horror and gore and stuff like that. And I had to stop because the response was not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a little more like, pick me girl, like, ooh, she's so cool. Like, she's not scared.
Girl, I did the Thomas Crapper joke this weekend.
We always have these lines.
Yeah.
This weekend?
I did.
I thought you retired that one.
It worked a little bit.
My dad gave us these 2 lines that we say on
it's not
dates
lines,
to
they're
impress
facts.
men, maybe at a bar, like a fact.
It's a fact. So
do the Thomas
the
Crapper
Thomas
one.
Crapper one. Did you know the guy that invented plumbing is named Thomas Crapper?
Thomas
not.
Crawford.
How interesting is that?
Do Sergeant Hooker.
Oh, okay. So back in the day, you kind of ruined the
Oh, sorry.
whatever. Back in the day, the soldiers were feeling a little bit.
Hot and bothered.
No.
Oh.
They were exhausted from war. So their sergeant brought these ladies of the night to loosen them up, and his name was
Sergeant Hooker.
What a guy.
Hookers.
What a guy.
Hookers.
No man likes that one either.
I love these.
I'm trying.
Come on, look them up. It's real. I don't know. My
Okay.
dad told us that, and you know, when a guy that has a crush on me, he'll think it's a lot funnier. He'll laugh, but if I tell it to like a random person, they're like, okay.
But it kind of sucks though, because I feel like that's our personality. As stupid as that
I love fun
little
facts.
fact was, that's what we like. Why should you have to suppress that to
Well,
impress someone?
you know, also, I don't want to sit on a date and talk about my hobbies.
I don't want to get to know him.
No,
on a
I like it's
baseline.
fun to talk about hobbies and get to know you, but I also love those stupid conversations where you can just run on a random topic for 40 minutes and it just becomes so funny. Or I love those topics where you're sitting at a dinner and someone says, okay, what do you think that couple's doing in the courtroom? Do you think that's a couple? Is this their first date? And then
Yeah.
you create a whole scenario for
But
them.
I don't like being put on the spot, and that happened to me recently.
What do you mean?
A date that I went on not too long ago, like randomly in the middle of a conversation, he said something along the lines of, what's the most exhilarating or adventurous thing you've ever done? Which seems like a very simple question to answer. But I'm not a risk taker. I'm not a daredevil. I don't skydive. I don't bungee
Yeah.
jump. I was like, what is the crazy? I couldn't think of one.
The craziest thing you've done?
Like, think of one. I can't even think of one.
Have open heart surgery.
Well, you're not me. What is the craziest thing?
That's not even crazy.
That's not even
that
a choice.
just sucks. I was forced. The craziest thing I've done.
No, me, Sistine.
Oh.
What would you say for me?
You?
I'm boring.
You walked in New York Fashion Week.
That's not
and
crazy.
Milan
That's like
Fashion Week.
boring.
No, I think it's pretty crazy. That
Yeah, the
no
crazy
one
thing
does
I've
that.
done is I walked down the modeling runway. Like, what the fuck? No, Sophia. Like, yeah, that'll turn anyone off. Jesus.
Oh,
Be a little more
Sissy,
pretentious.
You swam with sharks.
Okay, so I said that one.
Thank you. That was a good one.
I said that
you
one.
swam with sharks.
But I didn't. I told him it wasn't my choice, but I still swam with them.
You also swam with sharks and
Fake
shot
sharks?
shot a shark movie.
Let's not tell
You
people about that.
No, check it out. 47 meters down. She gets chopped in half.
I'm trying so hard
It's so
to
funny.
like hide that, and they
I
put it on
love it.
Netflix, and I'm like, oh god.
She gets ripped in half by the shark, and you see
I
her
did see
body.
like something about
Yes,
this
you do.
recently, and I was like,
It's
that's
my favorite.
hilarious.
I remember when
What do
we
you
were
mean you saw something recently? That's so vague.
It was really funny when I was watching the show or the movie in the theater. I remember I was saying with Scarlett, when she got ripped in half, everyone in the entire audience, including me, was cheering. Like, woo! Like she died.
Well, I was the asshole.
But she was the
I was
asshole.
the bitch.
But
so.
I also was like, even if she was the nice one, I'd be like, yeah.
That was
Go
a
on.
lot of fun.
It's like I've never seen you in that situation, and it was just like, like if it was like a sad death, like I mean it was a sad death, but if it was a sad death in the sense of like if it was like a slow, like you got shot,
Yeah.
I saw you, like that's very real for me. I'm like, oh, that's too much. But you were like, you fell into the water, and you're like, and
was
also the
epic.
shark comes and like this massive blind shark rips you in half.
I actually shot it in Puerto Rico.
You have any rum?
Huh?
You have any rum while you were down there?
Yes, I did actually. Oh, wow, that was a long time ago. I did.
Did you?
What hotel did you stay at?
I have no idea.
Well, you were really drunk, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn.
He's like, I don't even know how I got home.
Goddamn.
It was in San Juan. That's all I know.
Oh, perfect.
That's where I was. Very
Interesting.
interesting. Yeah, that was a crazy time in my life. I sometimes look back at things that I did prior. I'm like, wow, I was like way cooler in like 2019, 2020.
Yeah, so was I. But I think I like that he asked those questions. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, you know, it adds some characters to the conversation.
But you know what I really need to work on? I got I don't want to say I was nervous because I held my own very well and I was putting on the banter and I was really
Yeah.
trying and he was too. But I kept avoiding eye contact and it was annoying me. Like I would tell a story and my eyes would be darting all around the room. Like
I have
why
such good
can't
eye
I do
contact.
that?
Because I don't know. I feel like sometimes
very, like,
No,
seductress.
I like me when I talk, I use my hands a lot. Like that's how I think when I'm
Yeah.
talking through conversations or sentences. I think sometimes when you're probably speaking, you're trying to think.
Yes.
And so you look around to almost refocus yourself. And
Yes.
that's just your habit, and you have to work on that habit.
Maybe it's because I'm not lying.
I feel that's the opposite.
No. When I lie, I can lock in because I want you to believe me. But remember how we said a few episodes ago, like I just sometimes, maybe I haven't said this, I don't know. Sometimes we lie on dates to like, you know,
Oh yeah.
up the
Well,
story
we
a little
embellish.
bit. Yeah, we embellish. We go a little crazy.
Embellish. Scarlett's the queen of embellishing.
But then,
stories.
you know,
by the
if
way,
I
on
told
dates.
him
she's
I-
way worse than we are.
Exactly. But then sometimes my lies get me in trouble because then they try to do that thing that I was lying about. And I was like, oh shit. So I was
Yeah.
being very honest this date. For the first time, I was really being
I love
myself.
that because you know what? There's so many times I've spoken to guys and they'll say they like something, and I will totally pretend I'll like the same
Yeah.
thing. Like if a guy likes a certain band or a guy likes a certain sport, I'll really if it's football, I like it and I actually know about it. But if it's like FIFA soccer, like I'm like, oh yeah, I used to play soccer. I was a forward. I was really good. Like clearly I was like on the bench. And Sistine actually took my position over, and
That
she
was
was
funny.
2 years younger than me.
You got so mad at that.
Yeah. But I like that because you know what? I think going into relationships, especially for you this year, the only thing you should do is just be 100% yourself. And I actually wanted to bring this.
Sounds like a hard thing, but it's really quite simple.
It's quite simple. But Sistine and I had this conversation last night, and I think this is something I really wanted to speak on because I'm learning this now at 20, almost 28 years old, and I think that this is a lesson that everyone kind of should take in when they're starting to look for a serious relationship and they really want a healthy one and they want one that lasts a long time. Because I've been going through a little bit of like a complex relationship situation.
to say the least.
Yeah, and I think that one thing I've realized, and my friend told me this, it really put into perspective of what I need to start looking for when I'm looking for the one. And she said, you know, Sophia, your cup is full. It's full to the brim. You have a great family, you have a great job, you have a great life, and you're really fulfilled. Even if you have your bad days, you have a really good surrounding around
Yes.
you. Like you feel, and I do, I feel really, really, really blessed and grateful for the position I'm in and like the opportunities that I've gotten. If I'm looking for my partner, his cup also needs to be full. Because I think it's really bad when you go into a relationship and someone's glass is half full. Because then what happens is you get into a relationship with that person, and let's just say I'm not saying lacking in something, but he's just not confident in himself. And by the way, this can also be vice versa for yourself. You end up putting yourself in positions where someone else is going to fill that cup for you. And then it becomes this off-balance kilter where someone's getting drained. I love when I'm on a roll here.
Yeah, what the fuck, New York? Anyway, go on.
What happens is for me specifically, if my cup is full and I find someone that has their glass half full, you're going to start investing a ton of energy into that person where your cup becomes empty, and then it becomes this thing where you're like, why am I feeling drained in this relationship? Why do I feel like I'm not fulfilled in this relationship? Why do I feel like it's just not aligning? And my girlfriend said this to me. She goes, you need to find someone whose glass is full, that he has, he's confident in himself. He has a really good set of friends. He's at least just content with his life. Like, he's not looking to suck
which you think would be so easy to find.
It's hard.
But I think because we've only had relationships, and I guess this is part of maturing and knowing what you want in a relationship. In every relationship, you learn something new about yourself. We've always been like Bob the Builder.
Yeah.
And we're like, fix it, we'll make them better, blah, blah, blah. But now when you're hitting an age where you're looking for that life partner, of course there's going to be moments where he's going to help you in areas and you're going to help him.
Yeah.
But you almost want him to be like matured,
well, it's
grass-fed, ready to go.
It's more the start of it.
Yeah.
The start of it should be that he is content with himself, and it's all about mental health as well. It's not saying that I'm not going to have a point where I feel like my glass is a little low, and then he's going to help me out with it. But I think for a relationship to be really, really good at the beginning, your glasses need to be full. You need to feel like this person isn't going to make my life better. It's almost like my life is great. They're just going to supplement it. They're going to overflow my cup because their cup is full. And then it just becomes a lot more mature and healthy of a relationship. And I just feel like that's a good way to put it, is that even for me, if I wasn't feeling, by the way, I will say last year I was half full. My cup was half. I was so not ready for a mature relationship. I was not ready for anything because I had to get to this point where I felt, good in my body, good in my brain, good in my career, great with my friends and my sister and my family and my living situation. And now I feel like I've gotten to that point, and now my energy is opening up for someone that has that as well.
Hallelujah.
So look for someone with their glass full, not half.
Yes.
Don't let them take your water.
No. Well,
because by the way, one day you're gonna be thirsty. You're gonna go for that sip.
Well, hold on.
And all of a sudden,
what's in your glass? What are you drinking?
Oh,
you keep saying
my
you're
glass.
filling
I know.
it.
I keep saying my glass is full. I mean, I'm a big water girl, as you can tell. I ship water a lot. But
You're so vanilla.
Fine,
water.
Olipop. My glass of Olipop.
What flavor?
Oh, I really like the cherry, no, strawberry cream.
I thought you were gonna say banana cream pie, and I was gonna kill
No,
you.
I do also don't mind that one. I like it.
I do like.
What do you? You're a ginger ale girl.
Maybe something
0
fun.
calories ginger ale.
We'll go back to our basics: chocolate milk.
Okay,
Little Nesquik.
full cup of chocolate milk. Cheers.
Feels good going down. Clink. Okay, should we do unsolicited advice?
Yes. Do you have a question?
I do, but I really don't know how to answer this when I wrote it down.
Okay.
So,
let's
Chris,
do
we're gonna need some help.
Sounds good.
This person wrote, how can you DM a B-list celebrity to express your interest in them and get them to notice your message? What should you send to catch their eye that doesn't come across as just another fan or needy?
I love that they said a B-list celebrity.
But like honest, love that.
But wait,
because I don't know if it would change the message, but
by the way, I feel like they will notice. I feel like it's not hard to
don't
notice messages.
know.
I mean, look, if you're messaging Selena Gomez, I don't think your message is probably going to go through. But
okay, maybe from a guy. Like, what would you like a girl to say?
I was gonna say, first of all, you should be a girl. It'll be a lot easier
That's what I
if
was
you're
gonna
a
say.
girl.
Yeah.
That's really my only advice. Like, I'm
Yeah, be a
not
girl.
shooting up.
Just be a
usually.
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, really. Like,
You did the first thing.
I
Yeah.
mean, you could respond to a story and say something. Why are
This
you?
will never work if you're a guy. Just letting everyone know.
I know.
I actually agree with that
Yeah,
because
I don't think I've ever answered a
what
DM
if he-
in my life.
There you go.
Yeah.
what if he
Case
checks?
closed.
What if
Yeah,
he checks
I've never
30
gone on a
hours?
DM date.
What if he checks 30 hours later, and like the story's gone?
Well, no,
Let's
it's-
think. Let's help her craft something.
Well, this is a girl asking a guy.
B-list celebrity.
So a girl is talking about a B-list celebrity guy.
Here's what I would do.
You're not even answering my question. Is it
Yes.
a girl or a guy? Okay.
Well, it's a female
Looking for a
DMing.
male. Okay, so we
male.
have something to work with here.
would-
just don't say hi. Like that helps. That separates you from like 99% of women.
I
See?
would say almost something so bold that it may come across as like, holy fuck, she's super confident. But you also got to understand who you're dealing with. B-list celebrity, a little bit arrogant, a little bit cocky. They know they're probably attractive. They know they have tons of girls wanting them. So you got to do something that'll stand out from the masses. So I would say something like, I think we'd look really good together. Or like, my mom thinks we'd look really good together. Or something like that where you're like, oh, wait. And then you go on her profile.
that's
What
not
does she
bad.
look like?
That's not bad.
Something in that world where it shows you're confident. It shows that you're interested. And you're also low-key complimenting how he looks without saying,
What if you just
You're
wrote
really
like we
hot.
should make out?
way too forward.
kinda hilarious.
No, because what if you, no,
kind of a-
no, because you're
then he's gonna
no.
go, probably were
He's gonna
you?
think it's a one-night stand.
It depends on the girl.
Oh, what does that
That's the
mean?
honest answer.
See?
Is she cute?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's like also
true.
attraction thing. It's like the guy will answer if he's attracted to you.
Definitely post some good photos, for sure.
Yeah, set up your profile.
Hot.
Get those hot photos out there.
It's almost like what you're doing is the equivalent to matching someone on a dating app. Unfortunately, it is all visual at this step. Like, he's only going to answer if, or maybe not only,
Well,
because
men-
he also could not see
No,
it.
but men are visual creatures. Like it's fully men go into anything and they look and they evaluate. Like they look at the girl's outfit, they'll go look at the girl's hair, eyes. I'm not saying it's so specific, but they'll know immediately whether or not they're attracted to you. And then if the conversation happens, you can probably turn them off a little bit if you're kind of rude or whatever. But pretty much like if your photos look good, they'll talk. But
Yeah.
but look, I'm saying if you met him in person and you have a good personality as well, like that helps. But you're working with just visual.
Wait, Unwaxed, can you send us who it is?
Yeah, can you?
Can you please? I really want to
I'm
see
curious
now.
who this B-list actor is. Who is considered a B-list actor? Like what type of people are B-list actors?
Me.
You're
I'm
D.
definitely like F.
you're at least like an H. H-list actor.
I'm a Q-list actor.
You're a Q-list. No, I'm a Z-list actor. Like I'm beyond like bad.
No,
so
yeah.
it's not even funny.
All right.
Okay, well,
I thought maybe that will help.
no, I
don't
think it
know.
helps. Just set up a hot profile.
Okay, wrap it up, bitch.
Okay, so we love you guys. Thank you for listening to this episode. Find us on Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, all of that. Give us that 5-star. DM us your questions. We will answer them every single week. And we love you. Bye.
We'll see you next Tuesday. Mwah!